Graham, you're finding ways to win matches still.
Yeah. I thought it was a little bit of a carbon copy of the Tranmere game, where we deservedly took the lead and winning at half time, and we had the extra. I won't say cushion, but we can't see it that way. But the extra lead being 2-0 up, and I thought we started the second half okay, but we just let them back into it. Yeah, it was a great finish from the guy, but we'll have a look at how it got there. But and then we sort of had to keep patching up the team and get over the line. So delight for the players again. They're maxing out their efforts for each other. Superb, and it's a great 3 points.
Getting goals from different areas again as well. Dan Harvey's second of the season, a goal from the left essentially, and a goal from a centre back.
Yeah, well, we don't want to rely on any individual to win games of football. I think it's, in a defensive manner or an attacking manner, it's important that everyone takes their responsibility. I feel that the way we will create is numerous opportunities and numerous avenues of creating goals, and we've seen that today. Dan arriving at the back post, great finish, and obviously he had one of them in pre-season, didn't he, against can't remember who it was, and scored here, and it was a fantastic delivery and header. So and I think we have other goal threats throughout the team. Seen goals from midfield last week and the strikers. So we all have to be responsible for winning a game of football. Both in an attacking sense and a defensive one.
They obviously had a fair bit of the ball second half, but do you feel that Craig McGillivray didn't actually have a huge amount of saves to make, did he really?
I wouldn't say saves, but what he had to deal with some crosses and certainly set pieces where he took brilliant possession. It was great for us. He sort of gave us that composure with the way he took it. It was great to see. But there's still things that we need to improve defensively as a team. I thought without them, like you say, peppering Craig with clear-cut chances, there were still opportunities for them to get back in, which we defended well in some certain aspects, but I think we could defend them further up the pitch, instead of allowing them into our box. So that's something that we need to continue to work on. But I still feel we have to work on our attacking play when we're in the lead like that and relieve the pressure. It's not just a 45 or 40-minute defending session. It's important that we still offer a threat and we still look after the ball in the forward areas and in the final third and mid third, and actually have that composure, because we've got good players. But look, it's I keep saying it's a work in progress. We're only 5 games in, but so there'll always be improvements to make. It's important that we identify them and know where we have to do it. But if we're winning games along the way, then it makes our work a little bit easier.
No, obviously picked up that injury. I think he tried to kind of run it off essentially, but he succumbed to it in the end.
Yeah, no, he was struggling. He wanted to give it another 5 minutes, which I asked him when he come off and on the sideline, and he said, "No, give me 5 minutes." But I could see that there was a couple of times even when we were on the attack and he's trying to get in the box, and you could see him limping. So it was, we needed 11 players there to make sure we won that game. So, but Brooks been training exceptionally well, and he's ready for his opportunity, and he came on and certainly helped our performance. So, but yeah, hopefully I've just seen Mo. He's got I think it's just under his heel. It's a little bit sore, but look, he's in the best hands.
Top of the table, it's very early days, but there's been talk from fans about who you might be bringing in, who you might be going or whatever, but ultimately at the end of August, if you'd been offered top of the table 4 wins, you'd have probably taken that.
Top of the table. Yeah, it's the points. It's the points. I mean, it's like the league position is irrelevant at the minute. It's 12 points from 15, so that's a good take. It's a good start. The positions will be important right at the end of the season. It's important we keep on adding to our tally, keep giving the supporters something to get behind us with. Great support all the way through the game, both when we were on top and also when we were under the cosh a bit. It was still that support was fantastic, and we've rewarded them again with another win at home. It's important that we continue to work together to win games.
You mentioned there your squad feeling patched up there at times, but it's good to see MJ Williams back out there. Yeah,
it's look, he's been an important part of what we've done in the first part of the season, in the first few games, but he missed last week and we still won the game. So it's important that the group is stronger than any individual. That's what we're trying to sort of achieve. So when we have these challenges throughout the course of the season, the team continues to be strong, and and Dawson's had another strong game today. But the way the game was sort of going, their forward players were causing us a bit of a problem with their hold-up play and how they linked the play, and we just felt MJ would give us that extra protection and that shield. And I think for the other players as well this year, a big player coming onto the pitch, and I think he can help us. So it's great to have him back, but he knows he's got fierce competition for his spot.
What do you think changed at the break? It felt like Doncaster had tightened up a little bit and stopped you doing well what you were doing in the first half.
Look, it's one of those. You expect to change. They make 2 subs. We're 2-0 up. They're going to change something, but you don't know until it happens, and then it's difficult to get messages on. They've obviously analysed something and tried to correct it, but I thought we overcomplicated things after that. Lost the ball in areas where a simple pass is on, and what that does is it encourages the opposition to get a foothold in the game, and that's where we've got to be ruthless and humble and simple, and just keep doing the things that we were doing that got us in the lead. You can't change that mentality, so it's something that we continue working on. The messages are there at half time. There's messages out there from the players, the senior players that we get, but we just have to make sure that we make good decisions all over the pitch. That's what we talk about all the time. It's not about having one set of playing, it's about making the right decision at the right time. And I just felt in possession we made some poor decisions, really trying to do too much, and we turned the ball over too often.
With the EFL Trophy obviously coming up, you say there's not an awful lot of options that you have available to you. Is this an opportunity to perhaps rest players, do you think, coming up, or are you going to try and stick with it as consistently as possible?
They don't need resting. They don't need a rest. We're only 5 games in. They don't need a rest. That won't be in my thoughts. It will be how do we put a team out to win the game. We do use it to bring other players in that who are competing for the starting team in the league and need match minutes to get up to speed. And there's obviously sort of considerations into the rules about who we can and can't change. So we have to understand them first thing Monday. But we expect any team that goes on and represents our club to be out there to win, and there'll be no let up in how we prepare, how we get ready for the game, the team we put out there. We'll go into it with a good team that's with loads of energy, who know what they're doing, because we all train together, and look forward to the game. It'll be an opportunity for some to come into the game and show what they can do to put more pressure on the ones that are starting in the league. But listen, it'll be a strong team.
1 week to go before I stop asking these questions.
And then start asking about January.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, we've only got 3 months build up towards that, though. Any signs? What's happening behind the scenes, recruitment wise?
It's honestly it's a similar story. We're talking. The thing is, when it gets to this stage, Friday and a Saturday is really quiet because everyone's getting on with their games, and I don't ask Liam and the chairman on a Friday and Saturday. I'm focusing on our game and our players. So we'll pick that up over the weekend, now and over Sunday, and but obviously the clock is ticking. We need to reinforce the team without a shadow of a doubt. I'm delighted with what the players are showing. I really am. We've put a lot on them. We've asked them a lot, and they're responding. It took a bit of time over pre-season, but they're responding the right way, and they're getting their rewards for it. So whichever player or players we try to bring in has got a good group to come and join and try and improve. But we'll see how the next week goes. But trust us, we are working together, we are working hard, we're all on the same page, which is really important for any club. And fingers crossed we are where we are in a week's time.